Good morning, students. I'm Lakshmi here. I'm here to talk about the topic called the geometric mean. Geometric means it is the nth root of the product of n observations in a series. It is denoted by GM. So geometric mean is the nth root of product of n observations. N observations means, let us suppose you are having the observations, 5 observations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the n is 5 here. So your geometric mean, it is the nth root of the product of n observations. That is what the definition of the geometric mean. Okay, so here x1, x2, x3, x2, x3 and xn are n observations. Then the formula for the geometric mean is nth root of x1, x2, x3 and so on xn, or okay, geometric mean is equal to x1 into x2 into x3 and so on xn to the power of 1 by n. Okay, so this is the general formula for geometric mean. So we can clearly find out with the example what exactly it means. So example number 1. Find geometric mean of 9 and 4. So here you are having the two values 9 and 4. So x1 and x2. So x1 is 9 and x2 is 4. So our geometric mean is equal to root of 9 into 4, which is root 36, which is equal to 6. So your geometric mean for the values of 9 and 4 is 6. Okay, because you are having two values, you are taking the square root. Okay, next example number 2. Find the geometric mean of 1, 5 and 25. So geometric mean is equal to, okay, nth root of, here because you are having three numbers, okay, 3 cubed root of 1, 5 and 25. So cubed root of 1, 5 and 25, which is equal to cubed root of 125, which is equal to 5. So the geometric mean for these three numbers is 5. Okay, so clearly geometric mean is the nth root. So let us suppose you are having 10 numbers. So you need to find out the 10th root of all the values. So it is very difficult to find out. That's the reason, in order to make our calculations very easy and simple, okay, we are using logarithms. Okay, so to make easy, you are using the logarithms to find out the geometric mean. So as we know, the geometric mean is equal to the formula x1, x2 and so on xn equal to x1 to the power of 1 by n is the formula for the geometric mean. So to make it simple, we are taking logarithms on both sides. So taking logs on both sides, we have, or we get log geometric mean is equal to 1 by n. So log a to the power of b or x power n is log x power n is equal to n log x. So we are using this particular formula here. So 1 by n into log of x1 into x2 and so on xn. Okay, so then we got this particular expression. Afterwards, log gm, that is geometric mean, equal to 1 by n into log a, b and c continuously. So here log a, b, c is nothing but log a plus log b plus log c. So we are applying the logarithms here, and we are writing logarithm of gm is equal to 1 by n into log x1 plus log x2 and so on plus log xn. So here from log x1, x2 and so on log x1, it will be denoted like this. As statistics students, we need to know summation means like we are adding all the values. That's the reason log geometric mean equal to 1 by n summation. So you are adding from log x1 to xn. So you are indicating that from I is equal to 1 to n log xi. This means log x1 plus log x2 and so on log xn. So here log gm. So we are converting that logs to anti-log so that we will be getting the geometric mean of that particular value. So geometric mean is equal to this log. It is coming to the right hand side. It will become anti-log. Anti-log of 1 by n into summation log xi equal to I equal to 1 to n. So this is the formula for geometric mean. Okay, so we will be discussing the geometric mean for all the types of series. So we are having 3 types of series. I think in arithmetic mean we have found out the when we are finding out the arithmetic mean, okay, we found out like many series are there. So those are individual series, discrete series, continuous series. So we are finding out geometric mean for all the types of series. As we were discussing, okay, the individual series, discrete and continuous series. So we are having the formulas for the individual series that usually we say that is ungrouped data. Individual series, okay, the geometric mean formula is anti-log of summation log x by n. So this is the formula for the individual series, that is ungrouped data for the geometric mean. And for the grouped data and for the discrete and the continuous data, okay, the geometric mean is anti-log of summation f log x by capital N here. Okay, here small n means how many number of observations are there. Here capital N means how the summation of the frequencies. So here f is the frequency and capital N is the summation of the frequencies. So that is the grouped data. You are having the formula, and for the ungrouped data you are having the formula for the geometric mean, that is anti-log of summation log x by small n. And for the discrete and the continuous series, the geometric mean is anti-log of summation f log x by capital N. And we will be talking about the merits and demerits of a geometric mean. What are the merits? So merits is, it is based on all the observations. So whatever the data we have, okay, it's a grouped data or a ungrouped data or all the observations. So we are considering all the observations, that is based on all observations we are calculating the geometric mean. Apart from that, it is well defined by mathematical formula. So we are using simple formulas as just now we discussed, like how we are taking the logarithms and we are defining with the mathematical formulas. So it is well defined by the mathematical formulas. That is those are the 2 merits of your geometric mean. Then coming to the demerits, it is not so easy to understand and simple to calculate, because we are using logarithms here. It is not easy to calculate. And next is, if you have any zero value or a negative value, okay, your geometric mean, computation of geometric mean will be difficult. So geometric mean cannot be computed if any one value of observation is 0 or negative. So these are the 2 merits and 2 demerits of the topic called a geometric mean. Now let us discuss about how you are going to do the problems, that is, which is very important for you for exam point of view, how you are going to do the problem. So for the individual series, then discrete series, and also for the continuous series, how we are going to do the problem on geometric mean. See, now we are having the problems on the individual series. So we are having the problems on the individual series, that is geometric mean formula is anti-log of summation log x, anti-log of summation log x by n. So that is the formula for the geometric mean. Calculate geometric mean for the values of 2 and 8. So for the values of 2 and 8, you need to find out the geometric mean. So geometric mean is equal to root of 2 into 8, which is equal to root 16, which is equal to 4. So this is the geometric mean for the 2 values. So this is for you the 2 marks question. So 2 marks question, you need to write the formula, and this is very important, okay, for 2 marks question. Next, calculate geometric mean for the following data. So you have a data that is 2, 7, 9, 4, 5, 6. So this is the data which is given for you, and you need to find the geometric mean. You need to find geometric mean for 2, 7, 9, 4, 5, 6. Okay, how to find out this? The formula is anti-log of summation log x by n. So in the formula, you have log x here. So you need to find log x first. So what are values of x here? X values are, so I have written here, x values are 2, 7, 9, 4, 5, 6 are the x values which is from the given data. Now we need to find out log x. How to find out log x? You are having two procedures to find out log x. One is very simple, which is you are using a scientific calculator. Okay, then you can press there log and then 2. Log 2, then you will get directly the value, that is 0.3010. Log 7, you are getting the value, the values, and then you are just writing, and then you. One more method is there to find out log. Suppose if you don't have the scientific calculator, then how to find out logarithms? So I think you have a textbook, or maybe in 10th standard you would have got this logarithm tables. So when you have this textbook of first PUC, back side you are having a logarithms. Okay, logarithms and anti-logarithms. Okay, you have logarithm tables. I think you are unable to see, but in the last textbook, you are having logarithm tables and also anti-logarithm tables. So how to go with this? So now you are having one digit here. So first one digit. If you have one digit, you should write 0 point. First you should write 0 point. Then you should see under 20. So you are having a logarithm column wise and row wise. Row wise and column wise you will be having. In that particular case, you should see the value. Okay, row wise, that is sleeping line, horizontal line. Okay, 20, and okay, vertically you should see under 0. So 20 under 0, if you see the value, you will get 3010. So first 0 point you need to keep it for the digit. Okay, so let us suppose you are having 2 digits, then you should write 1 point. If you have 3 digits, you should write 2 point. So because now you have only 1 digit, you should write 0 point, and you should see the value 20 under 0, and then you should write the value whatever the values it is given in the logarithm tables. So 20 under 0. So yeah, you got it 3010. Then 70 under 0, you got it again 0 point, because it is a single value. You are writing 0 point and 8451 and so on. So you have written all the values. So you need to sit and check the value, and then you should only write, and then you should practice it. Otherwise it is very difficult to write the values by seeing the logarithm tables. If you have a scientific calculator, it is very easy. If you don't have the scientific calculator, definitely this is one of the method to find out logarithms. Then you should add it. Why you should add? Because your formula is summation log x. So your summation log x means you need to add all the values, so that you are adding all the values. This is your summation log x. So this value is summation log x. So here geometric mean is equal to anti-log of, this is anti-log, I have written as AL. Okay, here 4.1796 divided by n. N is the number of observations. So how many number of observations you have now here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the denominator n, so I have written here 6. Okay, so geometric mean is equal to anti-log of 4.1796 divided by 6. The value is 0.6966. So anti-log of this. So you need to see the anti-logarithm tables. Okay, you need to check the anti-logarithm tables from the book. So anti-logarithm tables, you need to see the value 69 under 6. So 69 row wise you should see, and under 6. Okay, you need to check the value 69 under 6. 69 under 6, the value is 4966. Okay, 69 under 6, the value is 4966. If you go like that, okay, horizontally, you find the mean difference there. Again, because you have a value 6 here, the mean difference 6, you should check the value there. 69 under 6 and the mean difference value under 6 is 8. Okay, so here you should add this 4974. So here the value, it is 4974. So last digit, that is 4974, you should write it. Then afterwards, because it is, and you have converted this, when you have a single number, you have written 0 point, right? So that's the reason what you should do here, anti-log, because it is 0 point, you should write the point after one digit. Okay, so here you are reducing and you are writing, and here in anti-logarithms what you should do, you should write the value, and if it is 0 point here, you should write the point after one digit, which is 4.974. Okay, so you can see anti-logarithms from the scientific calculator also. So you should find out from the scientific calculator, you should press shift. So you will be having topmost left corner there, shift log and then the value. Shift log 0.6966 equal to, if you are pressing, then you will be getting directly the value 4.974. Okay, at the last digits, it may vary, that you don't need to worry about that particular thing. So I think it is very clear. Now, individual series, x, log x, how to find out? Then you should add, then geometric mean formula you should write. Then you need to find out the anti-logarithms. Finally, the geometric mean is 4.974. This is the geometric mean of the individual series, which we have done this particular. So now we are discussing about how to go with the geometric mean, how to find out the geometric mean for the discrete series or the discrete data. So here one problem is there for you to calculate the geometric mean for the discrete series. So discrete series means you will be having x and f. So I will be having x and f for the discrete series. I think everybody you know what exactly the value, the variable and also the frequency it will be given in the discrete series. Okay, so here x values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 it is given, and frequency it is 9, 14, 21, 27 and 12 it is given for you to calculate the geometric mean for this particular discrete data. Okay, so how to find out that? The formula is geometric mean equal to anti-log of f log x. Okay, so here anti-log of f into log x, anti-log of summation, sorry, here summation is there, anti-log of summation f log x. So here summation f log x. So anti-log of summation f log x by capital N, this is the formula. So actually I forgot this summation. So it is mandatory summation f log x by N. So calculate geometric mean for the data. Calculate geometric mean for the data. Okay, so how to do? X, f, x, f is there, log x, then f log x. So these are the columns we need it. So x, f, log x and f log x. So x and f it is given for you. Then log x, how to find out log x now? So how to find out log x? So previous problem only we did log x, how to find out? So here you have to find out for the x values. So here you have 2 digits. So you need to write 1 point. Okay, you need to write 1 point. Here again 2 digits, 1 point. So you need to write 1 point when you are having 2 digits. So earlier problem you have written 0 point because you had only 1 digit. So that's the difference between the previous and this problem. Now 10 under 0. So you need to check the value of a logarithm. So you need to have the logarithm tables and you need to check 10 under 0. So 10 under 0, you will be having a value of 0, then you are writing 0, 0, 0. Then 20 under 0, you should check the value and you should write the value is 3010. Then 30 under 0, the value is 4771. Okay, you should write the value this. Then 40 under 0, 6021, 50 under 0. So you should see the value horizontally, that is sleeping line, horizontally. Okay, the x values, that is 10. 0 you should see from the vertical line, that is a standing line. Okay, so horizontal and vertical. So horizontal you should see 10 and vertical you should see the value under 0, because you don't have the other value, the next digit. Okay, so this is about log x, how we have found it. Then you should find out f log x. Why you should find out f log x? Because we are having in the formula summation f log x is there in the formula. So you have found out f log x. F means here it is given here, f into log x. So 9 into 1, which is 9.00, 14 into 1.3010. Okay, it comes to 18.2140. 21 into 1.4771. Okay, which is 31.0191. So you need to calculate and then you need to add it. Okay, you need to add all the values so that you will be getting 121.8778. So here you should add all the values. So if you are adding all the values, this is what you call it as a capital N. What is the formula? Geometric mean is equal to antilog of summation f log x by capital N. So what is here? Antilog of what is f log x? This is summation f log x is 121.8778 divided by n. N is 83 for this particular question. So that is n. So then 121.8778 divided by 83, it will be coming for 1.4684. Okay, geometric mean, you need to see the antilog. Again, you should go for antilog. Okay, then you should check the value 46 under 8. Okay, you should write the value 46 under 8. What is the value in the anti-logarithm table? So in the anti-logarithm tables, you need to check the value of for 46 under 8. 46 under 8, the value is 2938. So 46 under 8, the value is for you 2938. Okay, the value is 2938. And 4. Okay, you need to check under the mean difference 2938, and the mean difference you should check for the value 4. So value for 4 is 3. So you need to add these two. So 2941. So 2941, you should write 2941. Okay, and because it is 1 point, you should write after two digits. So because it is there 1 point, you should write the value 2941 first, and then you need to write after, you need to place the point after 2 digits. Okay, in a very simple way, you can find out from the scientific calculator. Shift log 1.4684, you will be getting directly 29.41 something. So if you want to find out the log values from the scientific calculator, log and value, log and for which value you are just checking, so you are writing. So log 50 equal to, if you are typing, you will be getting directly. If you have a scientific calculator, okay, you will not be having any calculation part from the textbook, what we are going to what we have done already. Okay, so this is about the discrete series, how we need to find out the geometric mean. Okay, next now we'll be discussing for the continuous data. So continuous data, we are going to find out the geometric mean. So geometric mean formula for continuous data is antilog of summation f log x by capital N. So this is a problem given for you. Calculate geometric mean for the data given below, which is the continuous series. So in continuous series, we will be having a class interval and also the frequency. So here 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and the frequencies it is given for you. Okay, so the data, whatever it is given, so I have written the data in a column wise. So class interval, so I have written and the frequency. So till here the data which is given for you. So you need to find out x. Okay, you need to find out x. Y means like here we are having log x. So first you need to find out x. What is x? It is the mid value. X is the mid value of the class interval. So 0 to 10 is the class interval. The mid value you are finding out the upper and the lower limit. You are adding both 0 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Then 10, 20, 10 plus 20, 30, 30 by 2, 15. So like that you are calculating the mid values of the particular class intervals. So you are finding out all the mid values. So 5, 15, 25, 35 and 45. We found out the x values. Then you need to find log x. So similarly as we did in the last class, last problem, the same you need to follow. So here x is 5, so it is a single value. We have written 0 point. So you need to check 50 under 0. You need to write the value in the from the logarithm tables. Then 15, because you are having 2 digits, you need to write 1 point, and then 15 under 0. You need to check the value and you are writing the value. Okay, otherwise log and 5 in a scientific calculator, directly you are writing the value. So any of the thing it can be fine. So you have written log x like this. So log x you have found out from the logarithm tables. After that f log x you should find out f log x. So f which is given in the problem already, 3 into log x, 3 into 0.6990, which comes to 2.0970. Then 12 into 1.1761, it will be 14.1132. Then 27 into 1.3979, 37.7433. Then 39 into 1.5441, 60.2199. Like that you need to calculate f into log x. F is the second column and x log x is the fourth column. You need to multiply these two and you are getting this value. Then you should add all these so that you will be getting summation f log x. Okay, the formula for geometric mean to find out the continuous series data is geometric mean equal to anti-log of summation f log x divided by n, which is equal to anti-log of f log x. Summation f log x is this value 188.5674 divided by 126, which is anti-log of the value 188.5674 divided by 126. It will be coming for 1.4966. Okay, so you need to check the values of anti-logarithm. So you need to go for you should find out the anti-logarithm for 1.4966. So you need to check 49 in the anti-logarithm table, 49 under 6. So you need to check the value 49 under 6 in the anti-logarithm tables, and then 6 you should check the value in the mean difference. So that is the thing. Otherwise you are going to check from the scientific calculator shift log 1.4966. so you will be getting directly the anti-logarithm value. So now 49 under 6, 49 under 6, the value is 3133. So 49 under 6, the value is 3133. So mean difference you should check under 6. So you should go like that, again horizontally only. So mean difference under 6, it is 5. So mean difference it is 5. You should add these two, that is 3138. So you will get 3138. So that you should write 3138 here. Then because it is 1 point, it is mentioned here, it is 1 point. So you should write the point after two two digits. Okay, so that is the geometric mean equal to 31.38. So this is about the geometric mean. Okay, geometric mean. So we discussed till now the formula for the geometric mean for the individual series, discrete series, and also the continuous series. How we need to do the problems for all the types of series. Okay, thank you very much.